the MediaTek Museum in the Crossroads, just a few blocks away from Kansas City's historic Film Row. A few days ago, I got to explore the museum with its founder, John Trozzolo. The museum covers everything from the telegraph to the iPhone, and collectively, these exhibits tell the story of innovation and the intersection of form and function, along with a connection between art, technology, and our culture. John is a media professional with nearly 5 decades of experience, and he shared how he spent much of his career collecting stories as well as artifacts. Today, his collection holds about 1,000 artifacts, from turntables and microphones to speakers, vintage televisions, and early VCRs. There are studio cameras, lights, production equipment, and the first machines that made music truly portable, from hand radios to the first Sony Discman. I asked John what he hoped visitors would appreciate the most about the museum.
I really would like to share my own fascination with these devices. This Victrola, this record player, this 78 crank record player looks like a piece of the furniture in the living room. And by design, that's what it was intended to do. As well as some of the, like the plastic electronic, these radios over here. This Hallicrafters in particular, 1952, had a little, it said coffee time on it. And you could program the percolator coffee to that particular time. So one piece of technology came from another.
The museum is just a block away from Kansas City's historic film distribution center, which was part of Kansas City's Film Row, where nearly every Hollywood studio had an office. Today, many of those Hollywood films are stored right here in Kansas City, in our vast network of limestone caves. While at the MediaTek Museum, I thought about the connections between the Hall of Fame at the Boone Theater and one of America's most influential filmmakers, the legendary Gordon Parks, who grew up nearby. In his book, Parks talks about the power of the camera and the way media allows us to tell stories. Here's John on the role technology played and how those stories and technologies reflect America.
By starting a museum, it's a perfect place to learn, to be educated, to see and witness how these devices, how they operated. They tell a story. They played a big part in our everyday life, and that's what I want the public to embrace in this MediaTek Museum, is the diversity of different electronic communication devices, just like our diverse culture right here in Kansas City, Missouri.